So in the previous class we had studied about reactions of acid and base with metal and non-metallic oxides. So now we will see what happens to an acid and base in water solution. So first of all we will try with an acid. We will take an acid and we will see what happens in the water solution. So for that, in a test tube we will take few sodium chloride. We will take sodium chloride and we will drop by drop we will use concentrated H2SO4, concentrated sulfuric acid we will take, and sodium chloride solution we will take. So when in a sodium chloride solution you will add concentrated sulfuric acid drop by drop, you will see some gases will be evolved. So the gases will be evolved that will be collected through delivery tube. That will be collected through the delivery tube, and here you can see that a sodium chloride and concentrated H2SO4, they are coming in contact with each other. So here you can see, or you can make an equation that what can be the product here. So here you can see sodium chloride is there in the test tube and concentrated H2SO4 is added. After adding, you can see an evolve of gas. A gas is evolved which is collected in the delivery tube, and if you will write the reaction for that, NaCl we had taken in the solid form, so and sulfuric acid H2SO4 is in the aqueous form, and here it is taking place, double displacement reaction is taking place. Ions are getting exchanged. Here double displacement reactions takes place. So we will get Na2SO4. We will get Na2SO4 which is in the aqueous form, that is in the test tube, and the HCl is in the gaseous form. HCl is in the gaseous form. As I had told you, if you will add drop by drop, you can see the gases, gas is evolved in here which is collected in the delivery tube, that is our HCl, hydrochloric acid. That gas is evolved here. So if it is an acid, it should change the blue litmus paper to red, because it is the property of the acid to change blue litmus paper to red. So if the gas which is produced, that is an acid, that should change the hydrochloric acid. If it is the hydrochloric acid, then that should change the blue litmus paper to red. When you will bring a blue litmus paper near the gas, you will see that the color is not changing here. If you will bring a blue litmus paper, you can observe that the color is not changed. That doesn't mean that hydrochloric acid is not an acid, because the property of the acid is to convert blue litmus paper to red. Here blue litmus paper is not converted to red. That doesn't mean that hydrochloric acid is not an acid. It is not converting to red. It is just because it is in the gaseous form. It is in the gaseous form, and to convert, to show the acidic property, it has to break down to H plus ion and Cl minus ion. That means to show the acidic property, an acid has to break down to give hydrogen ion. An acid has to give hydrogen ion, and in the gaseous form it is not able to give the hydrogen ion. That is why the blue litmus paper is not changing to red. So here we will do one thing. Instead of dry blue litmus paper, we will bring one moist blue litmus paper. So instead of dry blue litmus paper, we will bring one moist blue litmus paper. After bringing moist blue litmus paper, you can see that the color of the blue litmus paper will change to red, because after coming in contact with the water, the HCl is releasing the H plus ion, or the hydrogen ion is produced from the HCl, and because of that the blue litmus paper is changing to red color. So it is showing its acidic properties. But H plus ion or hydrogen ion cannot stay alone. It cannot stay alone. It suddenly reacts with the water to give hydronium ion. It cannot exist alone. So they exist after combining with the water molecules. So after producing H plus ion, it again combines with water to give hydronium ion. Or you can say that HCl is giving H plus and Cl minus, or you can write that HCl, when it is coming in contact with water, it is giving H3O plus, that is hydronium ion and chlorine minus, Cl minus, because H plus cannot exist alone. It can exist only after combining with the water molecules. So if H plus will combine with water, it gives hydronium ion. So all the acids are giving H plus, all the acids are giving hydrogen ion, and all the acids are giving you can say that all the acids are giving hydronium ion, because in all the acids hydrogen ion is produced, which in return again reacts with water to give hydronium ion, because H plus ion cannot stay alone. So here it reacts with again water, or it combines with water to give hydronium ion. So all the acids are giving hydronium ion in water. So here you are clear that first of all, when we took NaCl and concentrated H2SO4, we got a gas which is collected in the delivery tube, but it was to show that whether it is acidic or not, we take a blue litmus paper. If it is acidic, then it will change the blue litmus paper to red. Since it is a gas, it was not able to change blue litmus to red. So when we will take moist blue litmus paper, moist means water molecules will come in contact with HCl gas and it will break down to H plus or Cl minus, or you can write that it is after combining with water you can write H3O plus plus Cl minus, because all the hydrogen ion or all the H plus ion, they cannot exist alone, they will react with water again to give hydronium ion. So similarly for the bases also you can write. For the bases you can see NaOH is giving Na plus and OH minus, and KOH is also giving K plus OH minus. Then MgOH whole 2, that is giving Mg double plus plus 2OH minus. OH minus is the fixed, it is coming a hydroxide ion, its charge is 1 only. Since here Mg is having 2 ions, here 2 molecules of hydroxide is used, so it is giving Mg2 plus and OH minus. So bases are giving hydroxide ion or OH minus ions in in water. So bases which are soluble in water, these are called alkalis, and the bases are giving hydroxide ions in water. In all the cases, all the bases will give hydroxide ion and all the acids will give H plus ion or hydronium ion. So acids are giving H plus or hydronium ion, and if you will take a base, you can see that all the bases will give hydroxide ion. So now we are clear that acids are giving H plus ion, bases are giving OH minus ion. So now you are very clear and very easily you can explain the neutralization reaction as, we know the neutralization reaction as acid plus base, it gives salt in water. So suppose we will take acid HX because H plus ion acids are giving, and base we will take MOH because OH minus ion bases are giving. We already cleared that acids are giving H plus or H3O plus ion, bases are giving OH minus ion. So here these two are combining, leaving the two ions, that is hydrogen and hydroxide ion. So when hydrogen or H plus and hydroxide ion combines, it gives water. So H plus plus OH minus, it gives water, and these two combine to give a salt. So this is about neutralization reactions. You can easily now clear about it, and you can say that acids give H plus or hydronium ion and bases give OH minus, that is hydroxide ion. So the process of dissolving an acid or base in a water, that is a highly exothermic process, because the heat generated due to this process may be splash out and can cause burn. So because of the heat generated, what is the heat is generating here, it is very highly exothermic process, and the mixture, it results the mixture to splash out and cause severe burn. So care must be taken while mixing concentrated nitric acid or sulfuric acid with water, and the acid must be added slowly to the water with constant stirring, because the heat which is generated, it may cause severe burn, and even the glass container also may break due to the excessive local heating. That is why whenever you might have seen that there is a warning sign is there always on the can of the concentrated sulfuric acid or on the bottle of sodium hydroxide pellets. So these acids are totally banned, that without any permission or any lab authorities you can't use, because it can cause severe burn. So mixing an acid or base with water results in the decrease in the concentration of ions, that is H3O plus or hydronium ion or hydroxide ion per unit volume. Such a process is called dilution, and the acid or the base is said to be diluted. So diluted acid or diluted acid and base, that is more that is less dangerous than the concentrated one, because concentrated one is very highly exothermic and they can cause severe burn, but the diluted one, their concentration of ions, in case of acid hydronium ion and in case of base hydroxide ion, this concentration, their concentrations are decreases per unit volume due to the addition of water, or in the dilute acid or base the concentration is less, that is why they are less harmful, but the concentrated acids are very much harmful because they can cause severe burn. So you must be careful while handling the acids in the lab, whether is a concentrated or is a dilute. So mixing acid and base with water results in the decrease in the concentration of H3O plus, that is hydronium ion, or OH minus, that is hydroxide ions per unit volume. So this process is called, when you are decreasing the concentration of acid or base, that process is called dilution. That process is called dilution, and the solution is said to be diluted. The solution is said to be diluted, and the diluted acid or base is less harmful than the concentrated acid or base.